It's a contract that just continues on, essentially, for as long as, I guess if they want to stop it, they could, but it's that type of contract. And what it does is it puts me in a position that allows me to, I'm not 35 anymore. It allows me to be in homes of recruits and say, I'm going to be here during your time, which is what young people want, maybe more so now than ever. It gets brought up a lot in recruiting, more so than it used to, is, are you going to be the coach? Most young players being recruited now don't want to be in a position where there could be a potential coaching change. They just don't want that because they know their position coach is going to change, or strength coach is going to change. So that allows me to say, listen, I'm going to be here until you graduate. And that was what the goal was. And so that's where Dr. Schrum and Chad and myself came to a conclusion.
So from a personal standpoint, while you may say that to a recruit, you can look at your kids, your family, your friends, and say, this is where I'm going to finish my coaching career.
Yeah, so I'm very fortunate that all three children of mine were able to go to the same school system. Very rare in Power 5 conference football for a head coach or an assistant coach. So I've always been very grateful for that. And we can call it like we see it. I've been here a while. We've had tremendous success. And so it's a good opportunity for both sides. And with the direction of college football now, potential, I think there'll be a realignment again in 24 or 25, in my opinion. I don't know what it is. Don't ask me why or what. My gut feeling is that's going to happen again. So when we have consistency and we can solidify what happens here at the one sport that financially drives this athletic department, it's good for Oklahoma State University, period.
How was it working with President Schrum and Chad Weiberg? Feel any different from any of your previous contract kind of talks?
We had great conversations. We were able to sit down and have adult conversations, and contracts are a very uneasy situation for me because I don't have an agent, so I do my own contracts. And so it's hard to sit down and talk about yourself to people, and it's uncomfortable. But with Dr. Schrum and Chad, we could sit down and have adult conversations. And in my opinion, with a contract, when you get up and leave the table, if you feel like you got cheated and they feel like they got cheated, then you have a fair contract. That's just the way it is. And if it's one side or the other, then it's not fair. And so with the years of service that I have put in here, and with what the university has provided for me, we should be able to sit down as adults and have a fair conversation and come up with what would be a reasonable contract for both sides.
Why don't you have an agent? Is that something you've always kind of done? Or
I like to tell the truth, and if I got into that, I'd be bringing other people into it, and I don't want to do that. At this point, it doesn't matter. We just want to, Dr. Schrum and Chad and myself only want to move forward. And I will say this, that she and Chad have very strongly pressed the issue of how important football is to this university, 100%, more than it ever has been before. And so that's why I was all in for coming to an agreement that we thought was fair for both sides.
Did they initiate that, Mike, then? Am I to read into that, or was that something?
Yeah, she's pretty aggressive. She's a home run for this university. She doesn't sit around and let a lot of grass grow under her feet. And she's very aggressive. She's not scared to make a decision. And if she believes something, she's going to do it. The reason she and I get along so well, we texted today back and forth a little bit, was because we see things the same way. If I feel strongly about something, I'm going to tell you. If she feels strongly about something, she's going to tell you. And I appreciate that, and that's why we're able to move fast and get things done in the right way. And she's put Chad in charge to a certain extent. You should ask Chad. I don't want to speak for him, but she said, this is your role, and I want you to get it done. You got my support.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.